Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a happy Monday to you all. This is a tremendously exciting release for me because today marks the return of a legend of the game, both as a meme, but just as an artist in general, because JYP himself is back with brand new music. Every single year, we're almost guaranteed one JYP song, specifically one JYP song. Every single time, at least in recent memory for me, has been a banger. Fever, When We Disco, Switch to Me, Groove Back, and now Changed. Man, for this year, I'm so excited. Genuinely, hand on heart, I love JYP's music, especially his newer recent stuff, because he just harnesses that retro energy and that kind of DJF attitude where he's like, I'ma do my thing, I don't care, like I like it, so I'm gonna do it. And that joy is like infectious and it translates so well into the music. And the fact that I didn't get spoiled for this for once. This every single time, especially When We Disco and Groove Back, I got spoiled too. This time I survived. In fact, I heard about this on Bam Bam's like drinking show, the one in his apartment, because they had JYP on as a guest. And that was really cool to see. But I'm so excited to check this out. And I do believe there's a little bit of Kim Won-sun as a feature or as the muse of the MV, which is very exciting. Don't really know anything about her, but JYP spoke very highly of her during the Bam Bam interview. So, that's enough waffling. Let's get started. DJ Ryan. Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. I've been told by him, JYP himself, on the interview that this is going to be very 80s inspired. I already am liking it. I already am gonna love it. So, let's check it out.
자, 이번 순서는요, 아주 특별한
Oh, hi, 신영.
무대인데요. 30년 만에 함께 무대에 오르는 80년대 아이콘 박진영 씨와 김원선 씨를 무대 위로 모시도록 하겠습니다. 나와주세요. 우리 박진영 씨와 김원선 씨는 80년대에도 최고의 무대를 보여주셨었는데 와, 이렇게 30년 만에 함께 다시 무대를 선 기분 어떠십니까?
진영 씨와는 예전에 좋은 추억들이 많았는데 이렇게라도 만나게 돼서 너무 기쁩니다.
박진영 씨는요?
그때 모습 그대로인 것 같아요. 또 함께 30년 전에 했던 무대를 다시 하게 돼서 정말 뜻깊게 생각합니다.
두 분의 합동 무대 지금 바로 시작합니다.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Give me all of the 80s cheese right now. And the thing is, he just owns this sound so well. He just loves it, and you can tell he loves it. I can't lie, this might be one of his best choruses from recent eras. The fact that this like kind of plucky synth just never goes away is just so on brand with the style. Do you hear the running synth now? They've switched the synth sound again. Bring back the pluckiness. Oh, and the fact that that punchiness just builds and builds very gradually through the verse. But when that chorus comes, you know it's gonna be punchier, even without the need for like a riser. You know when it's gonna get punchy. Or really take it down one time. It's like a half-length bridge. They've combined the bridge with a part of the chorus. That's very neat. Oof. When it comes to a JYP song, the final chorus and the outro is always going to be different gravy. Every time, never failing. I'm a big fan of When We Disco. I think When We Disco and Fever are two of my favorites of his that he's done recently. Changeman might have just shaken that order up a little bit. I genuinely adore this. It's so good. The energy is so fast, but it's so 80s. And the thing is, more and more, whenever someone does a retro synth release, more and more I see that it's an over-diluted style of music now in the industry, and it's getting old, and it's just not as appealing anymore as it was, say, 4 years ago when people were bringing back that retro genre. As someone who like grew up around 80s music, I love it, and I love that when it comes to JYP, his releases, especially if they're like based out of like the 80s music scene, you know that he's going to, one, do it justice, but two, do it in a way where he is like the living embodiment of that genre. He will not half-ass this type of music. He is going to go full bore, 120% lean into this type of music, and it shows because it just, listening to it, it doesn't feel, if this makes sense, it doesn't feel modern. It feels straight out of the era for me. And I love it. I unironically love it. Once again for, what is that? What, Fever, When We Disco, Switch to Me, Groove Back. Is this 5 releases in a row now? Unironically a retro banger. He's so good at this. He's so good at this. And the thing is, like, whenever there's a JYP release out, know that 1, it's going to be award season 2 soon. And that means 2, it's almost going to be Christmas. It's like an early Christmas present for me. Because I love a retro synth sound. I love the 80s like sound signature. I'm never going to get sick and tired of it. I know there's people out there who might be sick and tired of it by this point because, admittedly, I have to agree there have been a lot of artists that have done this retro sound. But it's still a sound for me that is kind of nostalgic in a way where even though I wasn't born when this stuff came out, I listened to it growing up, so it is kind of like part of my childhood in a way. And the fact that, you know, I think it's cool that there's artists out there like tapping into that style of music and doing some really good songs based off of that retro synth sound, like Keys Killer, Purple Kiss's Autopilot, Triple S's New Look, amongst NCT 127's Angel Eyes. There's a bunch of 80s inspired stuff, whether it's like disco, synth pop, synthwave, jazz fusion, pop rock. I love anything 80s. But you would be hard pressed to find anyone in the industry, I think, who does as good of a job in like this day and age of really capturing that 80s magic than JYP. And I sincerely believe that. He is one of, if not the best at harnessing that 80s energy. And I hope that he never drops it. Because I absolutely adore it. Oh. But that is it for me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness to may brighten up someone else's day to day. Know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on if you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.